If you can't fly then run, if you can't run then walk, if you can't walk then crawl, but whatever you do you have to keep moving forward. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. There is nothing more tragic than to find an individual bogged down in the length of life, devoid of breadth. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. The hottest place in hell is reserved for those who remain neutral in times. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. The moral arc of the universe bends at the elbow of justice. Power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is sentimental and anemic. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into friend. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. There is nothing more tragic than to find an individual bogged down in the length of life, devoid of breadth. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. I want to be the white man's brother, not his brother-in-law. Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have